I worked in ad agency in India. It's called Mudra DDB, I was when I was 16 years old, I used to go there to do market research to make some pocket money. So that's how I got introduced to agency world. Of course, agency offices are very attractive and very colorful and designed very well. So that attracts you, the culture, overall youthful culture. But that's how I started into the business. And then I became a strategic planner. I worked in Mudra. I worked in a local, very large, that time it was very large agency in India called Pressman. And then I moved to Low Lintas, which is a very large agency in India. I worked on the liver business there. And then I became planning head for Saatchi and Saatchi India. So that's where I experience a different type of strategic planning. It's more kind of creative planning, working very closely with creative, turning your insight into ideas. And so that's where I learned kind of a new generation strategy. And Saatchi had a very strong creative roots and working with some of the best creative people in India. Then Saatchi brought me to Hong Kong. I spent some time in Hong Kong working across Asia Pacific as a strategic planner, creative planner. And then I joined McCann in Kuala Lumpur. So I was based out of Kuala Lumpur for 4.5 years, between 2003 and 2007. So I was doing, I was a strategic planning director for Southeast Asia, and I was working with a very creative team in McCann, Kuala Lumpur at that time. And then within McCann, I moved to Greater China role. I became Chief Strategy and Innovation Officer for Greater China for McCann World Group. So working across multiple McCann companies. And that led, so that around 10 years stint in McCann. Throughout that time, I worked on Coca-Cola, whether it's a Southeast Asia, it's a global project, or China, Hong Kong projects. So I went kind of, went kind of close to, I started understanding that brand, apart from MasterCard and L'Oreal and many other clients. And then for a brief, I worked in Grey, and we had a great time around 1 year working in Grey, reviving Grey China operation. We doubled the revenue and it became kind of interesting. We hired a lot of creative people, digital people there. But then this Coke thing came up, and it was kind of something which I can't let go. I wanted to, it's Coca-Cola company. It's a company who breathes and lives by creative and content and innovation. And that's what was the role they were offering me for the Asia Pacific region. As you know, Coca-Cola company is a marketing company, right? And marketing, we don't innovate products every 6 months like Google or Apple. We have Coca-Cola and Fanta and Sprite and some of other new brands. But what we innovate is the marketing, the way we market, the way we package, the way we use our assets, the way we do our sponsorships or partnership with Olympics and Euro Cup and so on. So that's where creativity and content development comes at the center of the marketing overall function. So it's part of the marketing function, where again, as we know that the whole definition of content has become much broader. So what we develop on as a TV or as content for our trophy tour for FIFA World Cup, or develop a packaging idea, it's all content. And that's where we needed some of the people who live and breathe creativity. who can partner with other creative people, not just ad agencies, but social media people, creative technologists, designers. So that's how we built globally this community of creative people. I think that becomes kind of a responsibility of any large organization like Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola is not just marketing product, it is marketing the belief. And that's where when you are marketing belief and your belief stands for happiness, belief stands for universal connections, belief stands for simplicity and authentic relationships. When you represent those values, when you represent optimism, and I would say stubborn optimism, not giving up but going back and again and again and confronting the problem and at least trying very proactively to solve problems. So that's the company culture, and it's not today. It's not just creative excellence. That's the company culture, Coca-Cola culture, from last 128 years, and that's what is reflecting in our work. So I won't say that we have some major plan or strategy to just do that, but as a socially responsible brand, you end up taking those proactive roles whenever it's needed. And of course, when Coca-Cola does that, it does it with the creativity, with innovation, with the tasteful way. So it takes people take notice. So that's where I would look at it. So Philippines was again it was a very genuine decision. When you are in front of that kind of a crisis, you are not looking at the business opportunity, you are looking at the much larger social responsibility, and then collectively, not as a marketing, but collectively as a company, you take a decision to be with people, to be with humans first, and then you consider them as consumers. So, and that lens we have to always change. We always have to change that we are first of all we are dealing with humans, and then by the way they are consuming our products, so we call them consumers. But that's part of this company culture, and that's what reflects in the behavior. And this is one of that behavior people have noticed. When major floods and typhoon came into Philippines, Coca-Cola decided to stop all marketing, communications, advertising, and put all that money into relief and building homes. So that's a big statement by itself. But the other side, it also tells that when this kind of thing happens, you can't just look at from the business lens. You have to, you're part of the society, and you need to be with them. So it really worked well for our employees. The way right now I'm talking about that, it happened a few years back. But the way I'm talking about it, many other colleagues of mine must be talking about it. And we are all proud of that decision, where you are putting your values and your culture and your responsibility before the business object. Everyone knows, so we have water brands. Water brand, one side from the business perspective, it's always very difficult to differentiate your water versus the other water. So that's a business challenge. Another challenge is that how do you play a meaningful role in people's life? Now it's not just doing some CSR work and doing some donations and sponsorships, but how do you create a business model where you are a profitable business, but you are also helping the society, and we thought that it's a great kind of combination where you drink good. Water is good for your health, and it's good to hydrate yourself, but also you are doing good. You are helping the society, and this proposition works so well because new generation, the millennials, new generation consumers, they look at it and say, yeah, that makes sense. I don't want to really go out in desert and plant trees. I'm not a tree hugger. I'm not going to change the world by leaving my job and everything. But if this is a kind of a choice which I can make without paying any extra money, I will be with this brand. So what we called it initially, we said let's launch kind of a social water. It's a water which helps society. And then we partnered with the NGOs, a very large NGO called One Foundation. Then and our core competence is we know how to purify water. So that's what we do. We go to those schools in secluded areas in the small villages in China and help them get clean water for the kids. And so it connects with our core competence, it connects with our larger vision as a brand, it connects with our business objective, it differentiates this brand from most of the other brands just selling water with its category kind of speak. And that's what Coca-Cola kind of company will do and should do, where we play a meaningful role in people's life. We are not just selling products.